I made a mistake and I wanted to process with you um, what my mistake was and how I will potentially recover from this. So, a few videos back, I shared with y'all that I have a coworker that her dog uh, had an accident and they were both, just not feeling good about things. It was a really tough situation, and I wanted to make something for her and her dog just so that they know, that me, someone who is also a dog owner, that I just felt bad and hope that they feel better soon and that things work out related to their situation. And so in this video, I went through like all of my initial sketches, so y'all can check that out. I'll link it in the comments below. Like how I got to these four kind of demos of what the postcard is going to look like. So I won't go through like my process related to this because you know, I already started talking to y'all about that in another video. So if you're interested in that, like how we got here, you can check that out. But I just want to talk about this part that I'm kind of stuck on. So I know that I needed to seal the image, on the postcard. And initially, I did a little bit of research and I wasn't quite sure what materials I was going to use. Like I knew that I was going to use watercolor, color pencil, and my crayons, my Caran Dash wax crayons. And I started looking up ways to seal, right, those kind of materials. And I came across a video that kind of went through how you use Dorland's wax medium. And I was like, okay, this must be the way, right? But again, at the time, I didn't know which material I was going to use. So some of these have, or do all of them? Some of these have watercolor bases. So like this one, these two, the kind of reddy brown ones have watercolor as bases. Those are the Daniel Smith Venetian Red. So that's what this base is. And then the ones that are lighter, these are a marker. This Liquitex, let me show you. This Liquitex paint marker is what is on the base of these. Okay, and then what I layer on top are color pencils and then crayons. So I was like, okay, let me pick the two that are my favorite out of the four. So these two are my favorite. So I was like, since these two are my favorite, let me experiment with this one and then this one on how I'm gonna seal, on how I should seal the postcards. And so the reason why do I want to seal them? I want to seal them because they could get rained on in transit, basically. Right. And so that would mess up the image. And so how do you seal it so that in transit it doesn't get ruined if it gets wet? So okay, this is the fail. I'm gonna start with this one. So this test run of the postcard image has more wax crayons on it than any of the other images. Okay, so when I put the wax medium on, so I started with this wax medium, right? So I am using this sealant now, and y'all see it say protective top coat for watercolors, gouache, acrylics, oils, and more. Okay, I put the wax medium on this one, and immediately I was like, why why are the colors moving? Like, why is that reddy color moving around? You know? And then also it's very vibrant. You see how this red is more vibrant than like this one? That's because the mixing of this wax medium being put on top of that card definitely like disrupted the wax crayon that I had on here. It kind of combined together, and I don't know if you can see that like white film, like the sheen like here. It should not be like that. It's dry now, but when it was wet, you know, you could kind of move it around. So I was like, okay, ding ding. Crayons are wax. This is a wax medium. This is like the same product. I also really prefer wax color pencils. And Holbein color pencils are wax color pencils as opposed to lead or dye pigment. Let me say it like that. It's all lead. The lead of the pencil is not dye or, you know, dye pigment. It's wax. So I was like, okay, this wax medium is not a good idea. So then for this one, I was like, okay, let me try my workable fixative. And it says on here, protects pencil, pastel, and chalk drawings, prevents smudging and wrinkling, allows easy rework. Now that is the part of this that I am just not quite sure of, because like I said, the reason that I'm sealing the postcard is so that like it doesn't get, the image like stays where it's at. It doesn't get interrupted because of something like rainwater, you know, being in a mailbox, for instance, right? Or the mail carrier removing it from their bag and into the mailbox and it gets wet. So I'm like, okay, this has workable fixative on it. Does that mean that it's not going to, because this, you can rework it, right? It says allows easy rework. Does that mean then that after it dries that this still has the potential to shift and move if it gets rained on? So right now, what I'm thinking, because I only have the two left that I really, really like, and I still haven't decided like which one I'm going to send her. I feel like it's really going to be, I feel like it's going to be this one. And so I'm like, okay, I really only have one shot unless I redo, which I don't want to do because I've been holding on. You know, this has been a long process for me to get to this point. So I'm like, if I have to do more test images, that's just going to prolong things. So I really only have one. So I'm thinking about potentially buying some more. I can't think of the name of the spray. It's not workable fixative, but it's a fixative, just a fixative spray, not workable. And I know that, who is it? Is it Karen Dash? It's either Karen Dash or it might be Faber-Castell or somebody like that. Has a really nice fixative. So I'm thinking about getting a fixative, testing it out on this one to make sure that it seals the image. So that is what's up next. Like I said, it's been a little while since I had done update about this project. So I was like, let me come on here and let y'all know like how things have been going with this, and give you an update about where I'm at. And so this is where I'm at. I'm still working through how to seal the images on the postcard, but they are done, which is exciting.